Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonder on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian. I live on the MakeCode forum.
Kind of a delayed reaction there, Dan.
She forgot.
Am I delayed?
Wait,
I didn't. It's my computer delaying.
Okay, we're gonna count 3, 2, 1, and then we're all gonna clap. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're like a full 2 seconds behind us.
Cool.
Okay. So we're going to be working on a game today, and don't worry, we're going to go back to Metroidvania, but I had an idea yesterday that I wanted to do. So we're going to be working on Tron today. We're going to make a Tron game. Also known as that one game in Neopets where you had fairies, and it was really fun. I played more of that than I ever played of Tron. And so, Joey, what's Tron? How does Tron work?
You got some cool light motorcycles, which is basically the whole point that you play the game, and then you drop. It's basically like just going around the screen in your motorcycle trying to trap them, like an extended snake.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Snake, except you don't clean up the end of the tail. You just constantly leave a little trail behind you, and you're trying to trick the other person into crashing into your trail. And so I thought of a way to do this the other day, and I think it'll be fun. So we're going to go ahead and start by making our character. I'm going to make our character 3 by 3 because, I'm using the wrong keyboard. And we're going to be classic blue. Should I put a pink dot for personality?
Yeah.
We lost Vivian. Hopefully she comes back.
She's probably just like, instead of a few second delay, now it's an hour delay. She'll come back in a little while.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do light blue because I don't like the pink. All right. Let's put a background color too because I don't like leaving the background color black. There you go. I'll do that one. All right. So we want our character to always be moving, just like in Snake. The idea is that you can't stop moving. All you can do is turn. It's kind of an essential thing, because otherwise you could just, not move, and the game would be pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to make a variable, which is going to be facing. And we're just going to store a value in here. And that value is going to be, let's do our normal thing. We'll make a comment. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm using a keyboard I don't use very often. It's an ergonomic keyboard. So my my typing is going to be particularly terrible today.
Wait, I missed it. Was it this one?
Yeah, it's that one. We have the same keyboard.
I like that. Yeah. I like it.
I liked it.
I like it too. This is wrong. I can't play. Oh, I think it's B. I think B is in the wrong place to me.
What? No, it's there. It's in the right place.
It's there. I think it was. I always hit it with my right finger when I'm normally typing, but I have to hit it with my left.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, I like this one a lot, but I haven't been using. I've just been using my laptop keyboard for a while now. And so I'm used to that. I'm not used to this anymore. Okay, so we have 0 is up, 2 is right. 1 is right, 2 is down. And then 3 is left. So longtime watchers of the stream will know I always like to do it this way and go around in clockwise order, because it just helps me remember how I'm doing it. You just need to pick something that works for you. All right. So we're going to do that, and we're also going to make a function which is called move. Not move. Move. It's going to take in a sprite. It's going to take in a direction. All right, so the idea is that when this happens, we're just going to move ourselves by 1 pixel. And if I move by 1 pixel, we're still going to hit collisions, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we need to leave a trail behind. And the easiest way to do that is to just have an image that we're going to be updating. And this is great because it's also going to make it so it's really easy for us to do our collisions. So there's 2 kinds of mechanics we need to do. We need to be leaving a trail behind us, and we need to make it so that when we collide with that trail, the game is over. So to do that, we're going to be using a sprite with an image that we're going to be updating. So let's go ahead and create a variable. This is going to be our game field image. And we're just going to make this an image that's the size of the screen. So we'll go ahead and create one. All right. So we want to create a sprite for this so that it shows up. We're going to call this the background sprite. And we're going to put this as kind background. Background. All right. So we want this to just have this image. So let me go ahead and put it right there. And we're going to be setting pixels on this image while we move around. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and put in a on-game update interval, and we're going to call this function that we have, this move function. So go ahead and put this right here. I'm going to change this to be player 1. And we're going to move our player 1, and we're going to move with the facing direction. So you might wonder why I made this having 2 arguments, a sprite and a direction, when really we could, we do have our player 1, we have our facing. So like, why do we need to pass it into this function? Well, Tron is a 2-player game. You have, the whole fun of it is like trying to trap each other. So we're going to be making another player 2 at some point. And we'll probably make it so you can play 2-player, but I want to do an AI. I don't think it's going to take very long to do the main game. So I think it'll be fun to waste some time making an AI.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So, one other thing. I think I'm going to make it 1 pixel. I think that's going to be easier. All right. So when we move, we're going to go ahead and leave a trail behind. So let's go ahead and go over all of our different facing directions right now. We're going to do just a little equals. We're going to take our direction, and we want to have 4 cases for this. And we're going to do 0, 1, and 2. So let's bring our key down here. And what we want to do when we are moving is we're going to change our X or change our Y depending on what our direction is. So we said 0 was up. Up is the negative Y direction. So we're going to change our Y by -1. There you go. Look at him go. What an exciting game we've made.
It's truly a testament to game development.
Yep. All right, so we'll just do the rest of our directions right now. There we go. We've got all our directions. And let's make it so that we can actually control it. So right now it's just always going to go up because facing starts out as 0. So we're going to go into the controller. We're going to do a button pressed for all the different buttons. And we'll just set our facing variable. So up is 0. Right is 1. Down is 2. Left is 3. And And oh, yay! Such a fun game. Yeah,
Like
we've
a little
recreated what we normally do with 2 blocks: create sprite and move with buttons. That's great.
Not quite, right? Because this one just keeps on going.
That's true. This is a little bit different. All right, so let's make ourselves faster. I'm gonna change this to 50. We'll see. Yeah, okay.
Actually, I kind of like the idea of these guys being ants. So it's like ants trying to gather territory.
You're
I'm
leaving
making
your
a
little
row of marching ants.
you're leaving your little pheromone trail behind.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that now. We're gonna go ahead and put our trail. So we want to make it so that when we collide with the edge of this, we lose the game. We're going to do that in just a second. Right now, first, what we want to do is we want to mark where we were before. So we have we have our image that we want to mark our trail on. It's going to be our game field image, and all we need to do is mark the current pixel as a pixel, and that'll make it so that because it's a pixel, we can collide with it. So game field image, set the color at, we just need to get the X and Y of our sprite. And we will set it to be, let's just do like cyan. One thing to note, it's very important that you do this before you move and not after. Because if you do it after, what's going to happen is you'll like wait before the next update gets called, and the collision will happen immediately. Actually, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and show this real quick. So we're going to go into an overlaps event. We're going to change this to be background. So this is what when this happens, we want to do a game over. So I'm going to do game over lose. All right, so this way, what's up?
We shipped that performance fix for. Yeah, we did. Okay, that was in the last release. The one for hitboxes on images getting recalculated all the time.
Oh, we're going to have like
this would just die. This will be fine.
We're only going to have like 3 sprites, so I think even if it didn't have that fix, would be fine, right?
It's still calculating the hitbox by looking at every single pixel of this.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
you're
160
right.
by 120 every frame.
That'd be pretty slow. Okay, so if we hit our wall, we should game over.
Perfect.
Yep. And if I put this after, we're going to set the pixel after we move, and so we're just going to immediately game over. So it's really important that you put this, before you move.
Don't want to put the cart before the horse.
That's true. Okay, so one thing though, right now we can go outside the screen. That's no good. We don't want to be able to do, right? So we can fix that by, we can just put a border around our screen.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. So I'm going to do draw rectangle in our game field image. We're going to draw it at 0, 0. We're going to do width 160, and we're going to do height 120, and we're going to just make it, I don't know, red. There you go. Now if we hit that, bump, game over.
That's really ominous in the top. With the.
Is it? Oh, well, you're right. All right, let's change it. You want to do like the...
I don't dislike it. Just, scary.
Let's do white.
Okay.
No, you're right. It's a little much for our family-friendly image, All right. So, we've got our basic thing going. It's a little slow. I kind of wish we could like change the speed. So let's just try it in a normal game update and see how fast it is. I'm guessing it's not going to be that much faster.
40%? Yeah.
There we go. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll have speed options, but I like this for now. You know, I like my Tron fast. Okay, so we got this going. Let's go ahead and add our second player. I guess we'll do them with controls first, but I'm more interested in doing them with an AI. So I'm hoping we're gonna have time for that.
Yeah, I mean, it should only take like 5 minutes to add it, and then we can spend the rest of it on the AI, right?
Yeah. By the way, I hope this isn't super loud. Let us know if the game over sound is too loud for you guys.
I do not hear it.
No, but they will.
Oh, you're running the stream PC. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They say they don't hear it.
They don't hear it? Really? Oh, maybe I muted the site. Or I don't think I muted the site.
It's not. No, it's showing sound in the header bar.
Yeah. All right. Well, no clue. I'll mute it just in case. Okay. So we got our player one. Let's go ahead and do our player two. So we're going to go into variables. We'll just make another player two, and this code's going to look very similar. We'll just go ahead and duplicate this. We need to give them a new kind so that we know who wins. So we're going to make this one player two, and we'll make them, I guess we'll make them red. Okay. So we're going to make another new variable, which is going to be player two facing. And we will set our, so I think we should set an initial starting position. Like, what if we start one up here going down and one over here going up? Does that sound right?
Yeah. Possibly going left and right just because it's a little bit longer, so a little bit more reaction time, but either way is fine.
That's a good point. We'll do it that way. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to set our initial positions of these guys. We'll start with player one. We're going to set them to be at like 2, 2. And we're going to set their facing direction to be the right, which is 0, 1. That was reversed for you guys, I think.
Yeah.
But it worked for me.
Just facing.
Yeah, just facing. I should rename this. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take our player one facing and we're going to set that to be 1. What I just said?
Yeah.
So there we go. Now we're starting off going to the right. Cool. Now let's go ahead and do our player two. So we're going to set our player two position to be 2, 2 from this corner, which is going to be the maximum width minus 2, which is 158. Maximum height minus 2, which is 118. And then a fun thing about using this method is if you ever want to flip a direction, all you got to do is add 2 to it. So 3 is going to the left. Yeah, it might be 1 off.
117.
We'll see. You're right. Yeah, it definitely should be. I like realized that as I was typing it.
Yeah. Too bad numbers just don't work that way.
Yeah. All right, there's our person. Oh my
like
God, Joey. Oh my gosh.
Forgot to call the function?
That's a quarter.
Is it? Because you already called it once. Like
It's
we
a
just didn't
quarter.
count it. Okay, I wouldn't have counted it, but I'll count it because you want it.
Hey, is Vivian coming back?
Maybe she thinks she's here.
Could be, I guess. All right, here's something weird. Why are they drawing 1 pixel off from their actual position?
Could it be? It's probably just getting or zeroed, so you should round.
But it should be a whole number.
I'm guessing it's fx8, just giving it a minuscule amount off of a whole number.
Okay, so we should just do set position down here at the bottom. And then just take the X, take the Y, do a math round.
Is there any way we can fix it? No, it's not.
Doing it.
Actually, it offset it more in the bottom, in the red one.
Oh, did it really?
It offset it up and to the left instead of just up, I think.
What's going on here? I guess we have a bug for 1 pixel by 1 pixel sprites.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we can fix this. So the way we're going to fix this is, well, okay, wait. First, I need to gather some parameters. So our game over code that we have right now, get out of here. Okay, so we're offset
1-1
in all directions. Yeah, it looks like 1-1. Is that right?
Could it just be getting like subtracting 0.5 from it? So then we should always just round up at the beginning. That'd be accurate.
Up at the beginning. So I mean, what I was thinking of doing was just subtracting 1 from this color at.
Oh yeah. Or adding 1, right? No? Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. We're going to make sure that this is actually working correctly. So we're going to put back in our game over lose. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to put in a reset game. I don't like games that make you get a game over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Up.
I guess we could just destroy sprite and then compare it in the like do an on sprite destroyed. I guess for setting initial position, we probably want to do set left and set top too, just to avoid getting the half point offset, but it doesn't matter that much.
Will that work?
Yes, because all the positions internally are left top based. We just do X, Y from, like they're stored on the sprite as left top. We just do X, Y as half width addition.
Ready and go. No, darn it. Ready and go. Oh, man. Ready and go. No. Ready and go. Oh, man.
Just trying to, are you trying to outline it?
Yeah.
You got a 30 millisecond leeway.
I got it. Right. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's see that real quick. So we're setting our position right now, and what Joey was mentioning was that we have a little bit of trouble for 1 by 1 sprites. So what we can do instead is use our player 1 and the property block and set the left to be 2 and the top to be 2. And actually, we could probably fix that other thing the other problem we're seeing also by not doing this. We can just use the top and the left.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we store all of our position from sprites.
You put right for the Y, sorry.
Yeah, whoops. Misclicked. Okay, so we store all of our positions for sprites as left and top, even though you might think we do it as X and Y. To get all of the other positions, like to get X or, to get the X or get the Y, we add the width and we divide it by 2. So we're adding 0.5 because our width is 1, and that's giving us 1.5 for the X, which when we put it into the image method, just takes it and turns it into 1 because it just chops off the decimal point.
It's pretty rude.
No, it thinks it's doing the right thing.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so this should be 117, and this should be 157.
Wait, other way.
Wrong way around. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we're all fixed. We don't have to do any weird subtraction. Okay, so let's go ahead now. We're going to start doing the controls for player 2. So we're just going to use the player 2 buttons for now, but like I said, I want to do something fancy. So we'll do that later. But I'm just going to duplicate all these. Up, 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 up. We're going to go into controller. We're going to do on player 2 button pressed. And we're going to go ahead and just copy these over, change them to the player 2 version. It'll be faster actually just to duplicate this. All right. So I'm now going to use I, J, and K on my keyboard to do the player 2. There we go. It's like I don't know what to do in Tron when I'm playing against myself because it's just like a weird. Tron is not.
You gotta just pick one character that you're playing and then one that's being rude. Did you just go backwards? Like 100%?
You can go backwards, and player 2 does not lose right now.
Oh, player 2 does not lose. I see.
Yep. All right. So we're going to do the player 2 losing. So we're just going to do this duplicate right here. We're going to do this as player 2. And I think maybe instead of calling reset, we're going to make a new function that's going to be reset game, and we'll just like keep a score. And so when we do a reset, we're going to go to here. We're going to take all of this code that we wrote. Did you give me a quarter, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see. I want all of this. Go ahead and call this. And we also need to clear our background image. So we're going to go into images. We're going to get this fill rectangle. And we're going to fill our game field image for the entire width and height, 160, 120 with transparency. And that will clear our image. So let's go ahead and call this. We're just going to go ahead and take out this reset game. We're going to call reset. And we're going to go into info and change our score. So we will change the score by 1 here. And we will change the player 2 score down here. And so that we don't have the score just popping in, we're going to set the scores to 0 up here. So we'll set score to 0 right here, and we will set the player 2 score to 0. Okay, so All right, so you can see I am now like
I think this is
it's backwards. That's what it is.
backwards. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, something about this isn't right. Also, this should be on player 2 overlap switch background. Okay, so now I can, if I go down with the player 2, player 1 gets a point. Here we go. If I go up with player 1, player 2 gets a point. All right, cool. All right, we made Tron.
Nice.
Good job.
Now we got to make a ghost play it.
Yeah.
So you don't
Now
have to play by yourself.
Like Joey said, we're gonna summon a ghost to play this game. So Joey, do you want to read the ritual rites, or should I?
You can go ahead. I'm fine with you taking over the reins.
You start lighting the candles.
Okay.
Joey's looking around to see if he has a prop. All right. So we want to do this now. Oh, one thing. This isn't super fair right now because the score is covering up the screen. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to narrow our playing field a bit. So we're going to change our top of our player to be, we're just going to keep going until we're out of the range. Nope. I think we want to do 10.
I think it's 8. Yeah. 10 looks good.
Yep, 10 looks good. All right, and we're going to block out this top portion. So we'll go into our where we're doing our fill rectangle. We're just going to duplicate this, and we're going to change the height to be 8, and we're going to change this to be. I guess let's just see what it looks like with white. If it looks weird, we'll do something else. Oh, this should be 9. It looks okay.
It actually makes it look a lot better because it becomes a little bit more clear that the player number is not the score.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a secondary text.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. All right, so we got our game now. So let's start doing an AI. I have no ideas for how to do this AI. Do you?
If it's gonna hit something turn, that'd be pretty powerful.
Joey was suggesting we do the perfect AI.
I mean, you have to be careful, right? Because even if you have the perfect AI, I guess you can't get trapped right away here because you have 1 pixel, because it could go down, right, up.
You wanna? Let's do the perfect AI. It's the easiest to code. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to give our player 2 an AI. So we're going to inspect where they're going to be moving. So I'm going to actually put this over here. And I'm going to put in our player 2 facing. And you know what? I'll put this into a function. Player 2 AI. Just so that we don't crowd our on-game update. We'll go ahead and put this down here, player 2 AI. So in here, we're going to get rid of all of these sprites and get rid of all of these directions because we want to use our variables. Go ahead and, oh wait, I can't drag that out of there. Stop it. Stop it. Sometimes the blocks just have it out for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Should we send a search party for Vivian?
I don't know. You guys like message her and be like, "Do you think you're in the call still?" This would be really awkward if it was like some situation where she could see us and we're just like sitting there like, "Oh, Vivian's a ghost. Maybe Vivian's playing the game."
Okay, so we didn't actually code the AI yet. We just made it so that we move twice now for each one for player 2. So we get this fun little dotted line.
It looks more like ants.
It does look more like ants. Okay. So let's go over here. We're going to get rid of these change things that we have because that was dumb. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to inspect the pixel that we're going to move to next. And we will change our direction if it is something that we're going to collide with. So to do that, we will go into sprites. We're going to go into, sorry, not sprites. We want to go into image. We want to get color at this. We're going to get the sprite left and top. And we're going to be adding something to one of these. So we're going to just put a plus into both of these to make it easier to duplicate.
Okay, yeah, Vivian is going to be the AI here, the ghost.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Our game field image. We need to get our player2 variable. All right, and now we just want to do a does not equal 0. So transparency is 0. So we want to do does not equal 0, because that'll mean that there is something that we are going to hit. Now we can just go ahead and put this inside of our if statement and duplicate this a few times. And now we just need to do this with all of our directions. So 0 is -1 for the top. 1 is +1 for the x. 2 is +1 for y. 3 is -1 for x.
Okay. And I guess from here we have to find a safe direction. So that's another big if.
No, we're not going to find a safe direction. We're not going to do absolutely perfect. So we're just going to turn. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to do a let's see.
Turn right at all times.
We could just do always turn right. Yeah. So we're going to use remainder. Make this a little bit easier. We're going to divide by 4. And we want to do our, is this a plus? Yeah, it's a plus. Good job, me. We're going to do player2 facing +1. And then the remainder will make it so that it will wrap around. All right, and let's watch me lose. Look at that, perfect turns.
See, so you have to wait 1 revolution around the screen you have to make it 1 revolution around the screen only. Oh, ooh. Oh, now you are not gonna have a good time.
Nope, I'm definitely lost now. Pretty much impossible to beat this AI, even though it is slowly boxing itself in. And now I've boxed myself in.
If you can make it without cutting it off, it will only have 1 revolution around this. It'll have 5 screen corners.
Oh, you're right, because we started with 1 pixel offset, so I'm gonna win.
If you can survive a little bit longer. There you go.
Yes. All right. So I guess this isn't really the perfect AI, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations where it's pretty good, but if you just don't do anything.
Yeah, that's fair enough then.
Yeah. All right. So let's think of some other ideas for how we could do this. Let's just do a really dumb AI. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep a catalog. Let's keep a catalog of all of our AIs. Okay. So this one's going to be AI perfect right turns.
Okay. Maybe this one, except instead of always turning right, it turns in any direction that won't kill it. So just pick a random direction until it finds a,
Okay, that's interesting.
non-destructive one.
So that's not actually going to fix it because it's still going to always turn right.
It is in this case, yes. But if we give it a random, and also make it pick a random direction every 5 seconds.
I mean, okay, wait. It could turn left for this initial one. Okay, but
Yeah.
then it's gonna be stuck.
Then it's always turned left, which is not any better. But if we make it so every 3 seconds, in addition to turning when it's dying, it picks a random one every 3 seconds, like using the same logic of don't die yourself, but pick a new direction. I think that would work.
All right, so let's go ahead. We'll collapse this one, and we're gonna call this one Player 2 AI Joey's idea.
Nice.
Okay, so basically, let's go ahead and call this. So we're gonna put this one out now. We're gonna go ahead and put in our Joey's idea. So the idea is basically we want to make sure that we always turn in a random direction where we won't die. So there's always 2 locations that we can do. It's either going to be this facing +1 or it's going to be the facing +3. If you add 3, that's actually subtracting 1 because we're wrapping around. So you can only turn left or right. You can't turn forward, obviously, and you can't turn backward because that always loses. So we really just need to check those 2 directions.
Oh, that is actually much more reasonable than I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it cut it down, but that does obviously make sense that you can't turn. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a function now, and this function is just going to make it easier for us to do these things quick. It's going to be check in direction, and it's going to take in a sprite, and it's going to take in a direction. And this is going to return if that pixel is good or not. So basically what we were doing here with this long if statement, we're just going to be putting this into here so that we don't have to keep doing this long if statement when we start nesting things. So I'm actually going to duplicate this and put it down here. And yeah, we're going to have to drag a lot of these things out. Okay, so we got this going now. We don't want to do this player 2 facing though. What we actually want to do is we'll just get rid of this. We can actually just return this Boolean that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a function. We're going to go ahead and do a return. Oh, right. It doesn't want me to put that there because of this if statement. And I'm just going to put this in for all of our cases. Do that again. Duplicate, duplicate. No. No. Duplicate. All right. Put this in here. That there. Put this in here. That. Whoops.
Nice.
And then did I not do it for the last one? What happened there? I guess I copied it wrong.
Interesting.
Okay, and then for this last one, we want to get rid of this. And we just want to do a return right here with this. Now it should be happy because we're always returning. Yay. And let's make sure we got this right. -1, 1, 1, -1. That was right. Oh, I left this as, I got to change this to sprite. Cool. All right, let's do a Daryl. So that I can find all of these blocks I can delete. Goodbye. 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 Okay, all right.
Clean up unused blocks or something would be so nice. Maybe if it deleted unused variables in the drawer too.
There we go. That didn't take too long. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're going to go get our on-game update, bring that back out, and we're going to bring out our Joey's idea. So right now we're doing this check in all of these different directions, but we don't want to do that anymore because we just made this fancy function. So we're going to just do one thing. We're going to call our function. And we're going to call it with the player 2 facing and our player 2. So this will tell us that if there is one in the direction that we are going, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Then we want to do inside here, we're going to try our 2 different directions. So first, we're going to do our player 2 facing +1 wrapped around. So just like that. And if that's the case, then we are going to set our player 2 facing to be the other one. So we want to do +3. And then for this one, we're going to do +3. And then we will do this to +1. And then otherwise, we will accept our fate.
Okay. This is most of the way there, and we just need the random % chance.
So this has already made it so that we will be able to
Simulate? Okay.
have slightly better, yeah, so the simulator is doing that bug again. I guess the way to repro this bug is do a live stream.
It seems like it's getting slower too.
Yeah, I think what's happening is it gets super slow.
Yeah,
I don't know how to.
Not garbage collecting or something.
Okay, so we got that going. The other thing that Joey wanted us to do was we wanted to make it so that it occasionally just changed direction. I think Joey said every 3 seconds, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do math. We'll just do a % chance with a really low chance.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, we could probably just put it as an or in that top one.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, probably even 2% is gonna be enough to make it.
That's true.
This will happen 30 times per second.
Yeah, this is gonna make it wiggle around a lot.
I guess not.
Wait. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Okay,
Can we go back?
I wrote this code wrong. Okay, where's my check in direction function? Okay, so if direction equals 0, then we return the color at does not equal 0. All right, I guess let's debug. What the heck?
Oh, right.
It's
Probably just the first thing that's running because it gets registered first.
All right, cool. So we're in here. Do a step. Okay, we're in here. Our direction is 2. So we're going to step in. Okay, so we're in here. Direction equals 2. So our sprite, their x is 148. Their left is 148. Their y is 117, which seems reasonable to me. So we're checking the color at that x. The color at that y does not equal 0. We're going to step. And I guess we got false. Okay, so instead of setting our breakpoint here, let's set our breakpoint here, right here, if we ever get to that. Nope. Okay, so why is this always false?
Should it be we want to return, we want to turn in that direction if it is 0?
Whoops. Whoops.
You're in debug mode, so you can't change it.
Oh, yep.
But I think we might just want to not here, right? Because so the first one we're checking, can we move in this direction? The other one is checking, like, can we not move in that direction?
Yep, you're right.
Maybe just so well, I'm sure we'll use this again, so we might want to just change it to can, like, direction is bad or something.
Yeah.
Why is it dying there?
Why is it dying there? Joe, your idea is not working too well right now.
Right now, it's not randomly picking the direction for one. It's always always deferring.
It'll always turn
consistently. Can we have a 50? Can we just swap this block with a 50% chance just so we can get that the inner if on this one, just so we can get the random order? Why is it dying immediately when it should be able to turn left in that bottom scenario? In the bottom right?
Yeah, I don't know. So the thing we're wondering right now is it should be able to get out of this scenario, because it should just say, like, oh wait, there is one there, so I should be going to the left. Doesn't seem to be doing that though. So let's take a closer look. These are both pluses. These are both pluses. Well, I'm flummoxed. We should be doing, let's see. +1 is turning right. +3 is turning left. That's right, right?
Wait, no.
No.
These should be consistent with what they are. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I like it. It's still semi-consistent, right? Because it's still consistent in that it will always turn right if possible.
Whenever the 10% chance happens, it will turn to the right. That's well, it's going to turn based off its logic. So it'll turn to the right unless there's something there, then it'll turn left.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to do instead is we want to take this down here. We're going to just leave this one untouched. Then we're going to go down here. We're going to do a if. We're going to do this 10% chance. And then what we will do is we will put this inside of here, this inner statement. And we're going to do an and in here. And we're going to change this to be 50%.
This will make it so it dies and sometimes where it's recoverable though, right?
No.
No?
No, because it's still checking. So I have it as 50% chance and not invalid, and then not invalid. So it's still going to.
If the else if is invalid, so it can't turn there. Oh, but it will fix itself in the other situation. I see. Sorry.
Yep. So
maybe this should be before the other one, then, so it can fix itself at the end. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed to turn in this case, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, it's actually not that smart because it boxes itself in a lot.
Can we lower it to like 4% to see how much of a difference that would make?
Okay, so we'll lower this to be, let's make it 2. I think that's what you originally said.
Unsigned Arduino is asking in chat, isn't it +1 and -1? I'm not sure. I'm assuming this is referring to the mod. If you wanted to explain that, Richard, about why we did +3 mod 4.
Yeah. So JavaScript doesn't handle negative numbers with mod well. It has some logic, but I can never remember what it is.
I mean, the logic is you can have a negative mod, which is different than a lot of people would expect.
Right, which is not what we want. We want it to just subtract 1 and still be a valid number. And so to do that, we instead make it so that we add the maximum amount minus 1, because that is the same as wrapping around, but 1 less than you had before. So that is the same as subtracting 1. I know it's a little tricky to wrap your head around, but if you draw it out on a piece of paper, you'll see that that's true. When I first discovered that, I was like, this is so useful.
It's the same if you're like thinking about angles and degrees. You can always add like 359 is the same as subtracting 1. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah. Okay,
Or-
I thought this AI would be too good to beat, but it's actually not that bad in terms of fairness, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it'll make some non-optimal choices, like right there, which is what you need. I think fiddling with the percent is enough to give you like an easy mode and a hard mode too, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. All right. How much time do we have left? Oh, none.
None. It's perfect time. We got the perfect AI.
Yeah. I would have had some more fun doing some more AIs, like doing some look ahead and stuff. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Or like, I feel like what you could do is you could do a breadth first search and see if there's no way out of the situation, and then don't turn based off that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the proper way to do it, is a look ahead with like a depth 20 depth for search, breadth for search or something like that. Like just limit how far you go ahead, but look ahead enough to say you're not immediately boxing yourself in and you're good to go.
Yep. And then, and if it's less than that, you just choose whichever one has more direction for you to go in.
I'm sure there's a lot of reasoning on this one. Let's Tron AI logic. I'm gonna read some of that. Anyway, we should probably.
Maybe we'll do that though. Can we do a breadth for search in blocks? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, if we need to, we could probably expose my heap. I guess we don't need the heap if it's just a breadth for search. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that sometime. Maybe you'll do that next week. I don't know. But anyway, we made Tron, but we can't call it Tron for obvious reasons. So what are we going to call this one, Joey?
ANTron.
ANTron.
Also, no class on Monday. Nobody's gonna be here. We're not gonna be here.
Oh, right. So Monday is a holiday in the US. It's Labor Day. So we're not going to be here. We're not going to be streaming. So don't tune in, but do tune in on every other Monday, because I don't know how you feel, Joey, but I think we're really at our best on Mondays.
Yeah. Okay. Just so you know, it looks like the typical solution that people found is minimax with a flood fill to calculate the heuristic. So you do a flood fill on the box that you make.
A flood fill is a breadth for search.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I'm Richard. I'm Richard on the MakeCode forum.
Joe at J1 on the MakeCode forum.
And we'll see you later. And I do want to come back to this game. So, bye.